everyone, this is Elena of The Witch's Box, and I'm here today with another episode of The Witch's BookTube. And today we're going to be talking about a book called The 12 Faces of the Goddess by Danielle Blackwood. It's a beautiful cover. The artwork is great. This is the book. The subtitle of the book is Transform Your Life Through Astrology, Magic, and the Sacred Feminine. So this is a really interesting book that I really enjoyed. I get asked by quite a few of you about whether or not we're going to be covering books that are more in-depth, more intermediate, more advanced. And this is one of those books where it kind of falls somewhere between beginner and intermediate. Beginner in the sense that if you're not familiar with what archetypes are, who Carl Jung is, what the hero's journey is, then this is a meaty beginner book for you that gives you a great flavor of those topics and introduces them to you so that you can further study them. If you know what those things are, if you've worked with those concepts before, then I would probably say that this is like an advanced beginner, right? It's an advanced beginner's book in the sense that she takes archetypes, and this is not new for people who know of this stuff, right? But she takes the archetypal work and layers it over each of the astrological signs and includes meditations and rituals along with deities that fit those archetypes for those signs so that you can do really good, in-depth, juicy work around your sign, the deity, and how those things relate to you and where you are in your life at this point. It's a lot. So if you're familiar with it, that kind of work is familiar to you. It would, I don't know, advanced beginner. But if you don't know what those things are, then this is a really meaty beginner book that will deepen your work around astrology and your understanding around astrology and how it can be used for internal transformation in your life. I want to really quickly find the page because I want to define for all of you what archetypes are so that I can continue to talk about the book. So she writes, the term archetype originated in ancient Greece, but psychologist Carl Jung pioneered the contemporary concept of archetypes in his work on the human psyche. He posited that the mythic patterns, images, and characters symbolically exist in our collective unconscious, and an understanding of how those patterns arise in our lives can bring personal insight, empowerment, and self-knowledge. Archetypes are recurring symbols found in dreams, literature, art, mythology, religion, and story. Some common examples include the queen, the great mother, the hero, the warrior, the trickster, the wise elder, and the wild woman. So archetypes are a powerful tool in our lives and our powerful presence in our lives. And she talks at length about them here, how they relate to different astrological signs and how they relate to you and how they relate to specific deities that you can work with to uncover more information about who you are and how you behave and operate in the world, what phase of your life you're in, and how to transform and take on and embody some of the characteristics of archetypes that can empower you further in your life. It's great work. It's a really beautifully written book. She does this through the lens of the sacred feminine, but she does mention in the very beginning that this is an all-inclusive book, that if you don't identify as a woman, that it's a book that still applies to you, but you will be working with what is typically considered feminine deities. But I didn't find it to be a block in any way. I feel like these are all deities that everyone can work with and find great deal of healing and empowerment from. She also mentioned deities that I had not heard of before from the Greek pantheon, Roman goddesses, a couple of other deities of other cultures that I had not heard about, but not in an appropriation sort of way. These are really helpful rituals. Each sign comes with, I think, 2 different meditations and a ritual, or maybe it's the other way around, but there's a lot of really great work that you can do with each sign and each deity that she provides you with in a really accessible way. I'd also say that most of us will do what we all do, right? Where you go right to the specific sign that is you so that you can just read about yourself and do the work and then just never pick up anything else. But one of the beauties of the way she's written this book is that if you go through each sign has something to teach you. We have something of each sign in our birth chart, in our makeup. And she talks about that and about exploring those different aspects and how, for instance, I'm a Libra sun, a Virgo moon, and a Pisces rising, but I've got something of every sign in me as it is found in my birth chart. So she talks about how to work with those different houses and different signs and how to personally grow spiritually, which I think is fantastic. So I really like the book. I recommend it. There's something here to learn for everyone. It's easy to read. It's meaty. She's got a lot of information. The bibliography is just stocked with really great books that you can further deepen your studies with, especially when it comes to Carl Jung and the hero's journey and archetypes. I think it's a really worthy topic to study as a witch. Yeah, I loved it. Here it is. The 12 Faces of the Goddess by Danielle Blackwood. I will link it down below. Let me know what you think if you read it. I will talk to you later. I have actually another video that I'm going to just like, boom, do right after this because I read 2 books on my drive from Austin to California last weekend. So I got a lot of reading in, which I was really excited about. My husband did most of the driving and I appreciated that. So I have another video for you all to put together right after I close this one out. So have a wonderful week. And let me know what you're reading. Comment below. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what other books on this topic you know of that might be really great to read. I love hearing your recommendations. And that's it. Have a wonderful day. Take care.